Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, if you're new here, like a pond build or anything else koi related, be sure to hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. And if you're returning, welcome back. Right, so the end of the koi season is upon us. We're well into October now. So I thought what I would do, as the pond's been up and running now for about 4 months, is to do a review on the Queni Koi drum filter, which I installed a few months ago. So we'll have a little rundown of the filter, let you know what I think, and I'll also just add on to that what other filtration I've got running on the pond for any new viewers that weren't subscribed or didn't see my videos when I was installing it all. Yeah, so without further ado, let's crack on. Right, so for those of you that aren't aware which filter I went for on this system, it was the Queni Koi QK25. It's the entry level model from Queni Koi. Now there was two. Originally I wanted to go for a Burton's drum, to tell you the truth, but with the prices of them I had to kind of look at other options. It was, in the end, it was between this one and the Filtro entry level filter, drum filter. I should just put a little picture up there for you. But having asked around, got a bit of advice, especially from the subscribers as well, I actually in the end decided to go for the Queni Koi. So we'll take the lid off and I'll just run you through the specs of the filter itself. Okay, so it's got a 120 micron screen. Now I am aware that what some other filters do come with 60 micron screens, but to be honest with you, I don't think there's much getting through that at all. It's a very good quality screen. As you can see, it's got the 4 jets on it. Now in the description on the website it says it comes with 2 110mm outlets, 2 4-inch outlets, which you can see one there and one there, which I've got my 2 pumps running off, which I'll come to them in a second. But you do also have an additional one there and an additional one on the back. So this does actually come with 4 outlets. So I don't know who would stick 4 pumps on these, but or on the drum filter. So I've got 2 running off this, one going to my moving bed and another going to my shower, which is outside. But I do use the outlet on the side there as a pumping out system. Now because I can't have a trickle in trickle out system because my drainage is above my pond, I have to actually physically pump it out. So I've got a 10,000 litre Pro pump there in the 3rd outlet, which comes on twice a day, once at 7 o'clock in the morning, once at 9 o'clock at night, just for 2 minutes each, change a bit of the water, and that seems to work for me. You've also got the 110mm waste chute and 2 110mm or 4-inch inlets. Waste chute, that's probably at the limit of the angle which I needed out. One thing I have noticed is I do get some build up here. I've had a couple. I've just actually hosed it out. There were some leaves stuck in here, obviously because of the there's not much of a drop going down. You are going to have to get your hand in there and get mucky at some point. Inside the filter itself, now I haven't actually cleaned this at all down in the crevices. Let me just put a light on so we can see a bit better. If you can see down there, there's hardly any waste getting through at all. There's a little bit down there which I'll get out at some point today after I've done this video. But generally overall it seems to be keeping the water pretty damn clear. Now this filter doesn't come with a UV. I have had to fit a 40 watt Algram UV in there. Luckily for me, I actually won that on koi competitions, so I didn't have to fork out for that. But that does go into the dirty water section. I've double checked that. A couple of people questioned it, but I don't really have that on much now, probably 6 hours. I might actually be switching it off soon now, because obviously with less sunlight we're not going to need the UV. But generally overall, yeah, I'm quite happy with how the filter is performing in itself. Now it does come with this control panel, plug for the motor, drum filter, motor for the drum filter, the cleaning pump, Let me switch that light off. One for the cleaning pump, one for the circulation pump, and an extra 240 volt. Now that one is a permanent live. The circulation pump, obviously if you pump, your drum filter runs low, it will stop your pump from kicking in and running dry. Now because I've got two pumps on this, what I did have to do, I've got a double socket in there. I've put both of my pumps into the double socket, which then plugs straight into the control panel. So if my drum filter does run dry, which it did not long after I actually got the pond up and running, it will switch the pumps off. Obviously just to stop them from getting damaged. Now the drum itself, its limit in the paperwork is 25,000 litres per hour maximum flow rate. I currently have on my shower, I have 10,000 litres going over my shower, and my moving bed I have 7,000 litres going through that, so 17,000 litres in total I've got going through this drum. Turns my pond over, what, every one, how long? Let me work this out. Right, so my pond is 10,000 litres and it's turning over 17,000 litres an hour, so 1.7 times an hour. So I'm getting good turnover on the filter. If I was to go again, I probably would go for the next one up. The reason I didn't, because it's an extra 1,200 quid. The reason I might have wanted to do that is because I'm thinking of getting some veg showers. So ideally I would have liked to have stuck probably another 6,000 to 8,000 litres through that, but it's something that I could probably work on. It's not a major biggie. I've still, like I say, I've still got 17,000 litres running through this. Overall, very happy with it. Not had any problems. Spray bar, all of these are easily changeable. Spray bar's demountable. You know, if anything does go wrong with this filter, it's not going to be a major issue to repair, but it's well made and I would definitely recommend it. So coming out of the drum, my one pump runs off this moving bed. It was a DIY moving bed that I did. I did look at purchasing one, but at £800 upwards for a moving bed, you know, I thought there's got to be a way of doing it cheaper, so I came up with this little contraption. These bins on wheels, they're in abundance on the internet, if you have a look around. But yeah, so get the lid off. There's still a couple of so I do a couple of adaptations on this. The water level isn't as high as I wanted. I didn't take into account the water level when it drops when you turn the pumps on. So a job for the winter, I am going to move it down. I've still got the wheels and I've got some blocks under there, so I'm going to remove those blocks of wood and the slabs, and that'll bring it up about up to there, which is ideal. I've got 75 litres of K1 in there. There are 4 air stones. I've still got a little bit of playing around to do. I do occasionally get dead spots, but on my water tests I seem to be doing fine. No nitrites, no nitrates. Yeah, this doesn't take nitrates out, but all of my water, my ammonia's 0, so it's definitely doing the job. Couple of 4-inch fittings. Pretty easy to build, to be honest. So yeah, if you have a look at back at my videos, you'll see the process I went through of building that. But yeah, that goes into a 20,000 per litre per hour pump. Splits off into 2. You've got to excuse the mess. And then I've got me in-wall returns down there, one there and one there. So yeah, quite happy. I think that probably cost me about 300 quid in total to make. The bin itself wasn't cheap, but like I say, cheaper than going out and buying a moving bed filter. But so far, yeah, I'm happy with this part of the system. Just one thing I've just remembered, you've got your float there for the to switch the cleaning pump on. I did have to adjust that down slightly because I'm putting what 17,000 litres per hour through, so I moved it down slightly, and it basically spreads out the cleaning a little bit more than it was. It's only probably cleaning once every 20 minutes to half an hour, if that. I haven't actually timed it, but I know some drum filters tend to go off every 5 or 10 minutes, but this probably goes off every half an hour. So yeah, be aware that that can be adjusted. So that's the only thing I've got to do on it really. So then my second pump there goes up and through the wall, and I'll take you out to have a look at where that goes to. There you go. And that goes to the JS Koi shaft. Really happy with that. Seems to be keeping my nitrites and nitrates down, as well as my water changes. I've got the full shebang with that. I've got the back of house media. Dog's having a go with the cat. I got the back of house media with that. It wasn't the cheapest option, but you know, I'm glad I went with that, to be honest with you. It's a fantastic bit of kit. So yeah, if you're after a shower filter, definitely get in touch with JS Koi. So I mentioned before about my Algram, I think that's how you pronounce it, UV, that I won off koi competitions. Let me spin you around because I've had another win. That absolutely fantastic. What makes this one even better is that I won this in a free to enter competition. I think there was 1,000 tickets, and I don't think all the tickets were sold. I think only about 600 or 700 of the tickets went. And I got a phone call on the Sunday night saying I'd won this, which is fantastic. But I've already gone out and bought that other feeder for my main pond, so I think I'll be keeping hold of this for when the grow-on pond gets built. Can't moan at that for free, can you? So yeah, if you don't already know koi competitions, I'll put the website below, and you can go and take a look. It's got some cracking competitions on there. I think I recently did a koi trip to Japan. There's little ones, food and test kits, etc. But it also does these bigger competitions. Like I say, free to enter. Bonus. Okay, so that's it for this one. Hopefully if you're in the market looking to purchase a drum filter, you found this video somewhat useful in helping you make that choice. Definitely recommend the Queni Koi QK25 entry level filter, 100%. 10,000 litre pond, yeah, definitely does the job. And if anyone wants to know any more info on that drum filter, feel free to drop me an email or ask me a comment in the comment section below. Right, we'll leave it there for this one. If you haven't already, be sure to check out these videos, and you can subscribe by hitting the icon in the top corner there. It doesn't cost you anything, totally free of charge, just means you won't miss out on any future videos. So okay, till next time, thanks for watching.